Hey guys, Games right here, and today we have a guest. This is Mewter Ward. Please introduce yourself.
Sorry about that pause there. We're gonna have to work with a headset. Not as fluent as my videos where it's a laptop, so we can just speak into the laptop and it'll work magically. And today we are doing top 10 characters that we want to become these little guys right here. Forgot what they would call adventure animatronics. Games Fire just told me. Now we each have our own different top 10s, and let's start with Nick's number 10.
Okay, so guys, my number 10 would have to be Toy Freddy. The thing is, so far, all of the toy animatronics have looked so cute as their adventure form. So I can't wait to see Adventure Toy Freddy. That would just be amazing. So let's go to number 10 for Mewter Ward.
Alright, number 10 for me is Nightmare Bonnie. Now, Nightmare Bonnie is... I want him to be one because... Look at him right there. I don't know if that's Nightmare Freddy or something. That's Nightmare Freddy.
That's Phantom Foxy. That's Adventure
Phantom Foxy. I don't know. Adventure Phantom Foxy. So, little Nightmare Phantom-esque type characters seem to work well as adventure animatronics in my mind. So, I would like to see Nightmare Bonnie and see how that works out.
Okay, so guys, number 9 for me would have to be Normal Bonnie. Normal Bonnie just looks amazing because Scott already made Normal Adventure Foxy. So seeing Adventure Bonnie, I'm pretty sure would be just amazing. So let's go to number 9 for Mewter Ward.
His fire dog is kind of pressing against my leg right now. So my number 9 would have to be Golden Freddy, Withered Golden Freddy, I guess you could call him, from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Now,
Okay, so
the wires would... Yeah, basically the big head and background over here. Now, the wires would be big and bulgy too, and it would be cute if they made it look like he was crying or something.
Yeah, because they already did that with Adventure with their Chica. They kept their wires there. So yeah, it would make sense for
Alright, it's time for his number 8.
Okay, guys, so my number 8 would have to be Nightmare Freddy. No, Nightmare Fredbear, because he just looks so cool. And like Gerald said, Mewter Ward, okay, so like he said, the Phantom animatronics do it cool as adventures, so Scott could do a good job with the Nightmares. Just make them look cool with their like sharp teeth, or like make them look cute as well. Yeah. So yeah, let's go for. Let's put it on the head. Hey, so yeah, let's go to Mewter Ward's number 8.
Okay, now my number 8 would. Okay, his dog is leaving now. My number 8 would be. Now, my number 8 is actually a tie. If you're offended by ties for some reason, sorry. But here's a tie between two Foxies. Nightmare Foxy and Withered Foxy. Now, they would both look absolutely awesome. They both look absolutely awesome. And they would both look good as these little, adventure things. He's telling me to pick one. My personal favorite would be this one over here, Nightmare Foxy. Time for Nick's number 7. Game is fire.
Okay, so my number 7 would have to be the Withered Foxy, because Withered Foxy just looks awesome, and like Mewter Ward said, either of them would look great, so my number 7 would be Foxy, Withered Foxy.
My number 7 would have to be... my number 7 would have to be Withered Freddy. Okay. Now, I don't know if this was on Nick's list or not. I think Gaming's Fire's list or not. I think it was. Well, he says it was. Sorry for him. Wait, he's gonna have to pick something different because I already picked it.
No, I think that will be my number 4. That's gonna be
Yeah, I guess we can pick the same thing since it's just our opinions. We already got the basic groove of Freddy over here, so, why not? Time for his number 6.
Okay, so guys, my number 6 would have to be Nightmare. Because, honestly, Nightmare looks so cool. I mean, like, look at Adventure Withered Bonnie here. The black looks so good in that. So I would imagine seeing an entire animatronic with mostly black to look amazing. So yeah, that is my number 6. Time for your number 6.
I gotta have to agree with his number 6 there. I mean, look at Batman. He looks awesome in black. But, now my number 6 would have to be normal, like, mine would have to be, like, any of these free, like, normal ones that everyone is most familiar with on the show stage in the first game and whatnot. If you'd like me to pick my favorite, I would have to pick Chica. I mean, if Toy Chica can get in adventure mode, then so can the original, whether she's fat compared to that one or not.
Okay, it's time for my number 5. In my number 5, I would have to agree. I would like to see Chica in her adventure form. So my number 5 would be normal Chica. So yeah. Okay, so here's Mewter Ward with his number 5.
My number 5, and the choices are getting narrowed down here, would have to be somewhere along the lines of either Marionette or Shadow Bonnie. Now, Shadow Bonnie isn't on here, but it would be cool to see him in Adventure. But let's just dedicate this spot to Marionette in the meantime, since Shadow Bonnie isn't on here. Marionette is, already kind of looks like him with the extra cartoony features. So if you just make him a bit more short, and, he still has to be tall compared to them, or else, not really Marionette, and, just make him look kind of more cartoony, you wouldn't have to change much at all, really. And time for his number 4.
Okay, so guys, my number 4 would have to be Nightmare Foxy. Nightmare Foxy just looks so cool to me. Okay, Withered Freddy, of course. So, yeah. Withered Freddy would be my number 4 because Withered Freddy just looks cool. He would look cool as a little, adventure. Because, seriously, look at this. Withered Chica in her adventure form looks awesome. Withered Bonnie in his adventure form looks awesome. So, Withered Foxy and Withered Freddy would have to look amazing. So, for number 4, I would have to go with Withered Freddy. Okay, so now for Mewter Ward's number 3. Wait, number 4, right?
Yeah, number 4. I have to agree with his number 4, really, because, like,
You already used that.
Bonnie has to be, like, I'm just saying how I agree with it, because, like, Bonnie has no face, looks awesome. Chica has no, like, things that, like, little facial parts. So, having almost a full face would work. But, nevertheless, my number 4 would be Nightmare Fredbear. Oh yeah, the guy who is, like, the Nightmare version of the original animatronic. I would like to see this because, first of all, calling back to the original, not the original game, like the original in the timeline. And also, you know what? I don't know what Adventures is going to be like, but if it has a story mode starting from, like, the first thing in the chronological timeline, I would like to see an adventure, either an adventure Fredbear like that, and also an adventure Nightmare Fredbear. Alright, now time for next, number 3.
Alright, so guys, my number 3 would have to be Nightmare Foxy. Nightmare Foxy just looks so cool, and of course, all the Nightmare animatronics would probably look so cool with their sharp teeth and cartoony looks. So honestly, I have to go for Nightmare Foxy for my number 3, and here is Mewter Ward's number 3.
Alright, now the choices are definitely narrowed down, but my number 3 would be, this little endoskeleton right here. No, because, now, you may say is already adventure mode, but every single animatronic that's been turned into adventure mode is just adventure mode, and there's not the normal version of that version of the animatronic. So clearly this is the other thing. Now this is actually different from his dog is so cute. Dog came back. Now this is actually different from that. I would like to see this, except for with, little sheep ears, whatever you want to call those. Because these are different. I believe that this, before it was all adventure kitty-eyes or whatever, was the one in FNAF 1. Sorry, distractions. Because I believe that this was the one in FNAF 1, and this is definitely the one that would occasionally be found in the vents or in the marionettes room in FNAF 2, although it wouldn't do anything. So, clearly different. I would like to see, even though it would be the same thing as this, except for with little ears, an adventure version of that. We're almost out of time, but thankfully he's at Gaming Fire's at number 2.
Okay, guys, so my number 2 would be Springtrap. Springtrap looks so cool already, so seeing an adventure version of him would be awesome. So yeah, time for Mewter Ward's number 2.
Alright, my number 2 would be the Nightmare Cupcake. Yeah, I see you back there. Now, the reason I say this, and if Nightmare Chica got turned into Adventure 1, I wouldn't want her to be holding the Nightmare Cupcake. Oh, know why? Nightmare Cupcake in FNAF 4, I don't know if you noticed, but the cupcake has its own jump scare in FNAF 4.
It's because
if it can have its own jump scare, it should be labeled as its own animatronic.
No, because Chica jump scares in the room, that's what happens. Chica jump scares you from a cupcake. Also, it will change with her, because that's changed already.
Now, the cupcake jump scare does kind of revolve around Nightmare Chica, but if it has its own jump scare, let's be honest, it needs to be labeled as its own animatronic, controlled by someone or not. That is my number 2. Time for Nick's number 1.
Okay, guys, so my number 1 would be the marionette. It just looks so cool, and it's just awesome looking. And yeah, I don't think it looks that much like a cartoon, but since the black on stuff looks so cool when it's in adventure form, I would see a lot of black being awesome. Also, the white looks really good as well, as is demonstrated by some. So just having an animatronic with red, which looks good, white, which looks good, and black, which looks good, as well as purple, which also looks good when it's in adventure form, shown by JJ. Honestly, I would have to go with my number 1 to be the marionette. So yeah, it's time for Mewter Ward's number 1.
Now, my number 1 is Springtrap. Ever since FNAF 3, when I first saw him, I was like, by the end of FNAF 2's run, I had honestly just given up on the series. I know, I admit it, because of all the random theories and stuff. It was the fans that were annoying me more than the actual games, mind you. But my number 1 is Springtrap. Ever since I saw him, I knew he was epic. I was shocked by the end of the game where it was revealed to be everyone's favorite from the second game, Purple Guy. But it was a pretty epic backstory. And the fact that there are multiple hints that he may have survived Fred Fazbear's Fright burning down just makes his character even more cool, whether he's actually alive or not. Also, here's something that I kind of want to know that I've been noticing, and also Gaming Fire too. That thank you sign, if you've been watching it in the past videos, you can barely even see it now. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna let him talk about that.
Okay, so if you've seen past videos, what I think is this could be the entrance to the game, but it could also be caused by Springtrap, because in the third game, you always got glitches that that fail your camera systems. So maybe Springtrap's causing this, or it's just the intro to the game. Maybe Springtrap will be the last one to get their adventure form, and that's because it's fading away because of Springtrap. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna head the microphone back to Mewter Ward for him to finish speaking.
Alright, now since we've almost reached the time limit for this video, which we actually did that one time, but I think that Springtrap would be last 2 because it would make sense chronological order 2, and see ya.